Hi, friends. Today I thought I'd talk about a quote that comes from the Gnostic Gospel of Thomas. And I'm sure some of you heard this quote before. If you bring forth what is within you, it will save you. If you fail to bring forth what is within you, it will destroy you. Boy, you can talk about that one for a while. So what are they saying? Within each of us is a potential. And most of us, no offense, do not realize our potential in our lifetimes. Very few people do. Most of the people you can confirm, have not realized their potential for one reason or another. It's not a criticism. It's a simple fact. So what holds us back? Is it fear? Is it a sense of unworthiness? Are we not good enough? Have we been told since we were children that we were not good enough, insufficient, inadequate, that we don't deserve or not worthy? In some cases, that may be the truth. In other cases, it's our fear of becoming who we really are, that we won't live up to our own expectation. So that also may be the case. We each have a dharma and a destiny. A dharma is your fundamental nature, your basic nature, and acting in harmony with that nature to fulfill yourself through the course of your lifetime and to make a contribution to the world around you. As I've mentioned in previous videos, dharma is that which cannot be separated from you. For example, the dharma of sugar is sweetness. We cannot separate sugar and sweetness. So if you are acting in harmony with your nature, the chance of you fulfilling your dharma is much, much greater, much stronger, and the contribution subsequently you can make to the world around you will be significantly greater, don't you think? So there's dharma, there's destiny. Are you here to live a simple life, a quiet life? If you are, fine. Or have you a greater destiny? Have you felt that even since you were a child, that you're here to do something significant, make a difference, help change the world in a more progressive manner? And if so, are we on our path, on the journey toward the fulfillment of that destiny? So back to the quote, if we fail to bring forth what is within us, it'll destroy us. Why is that? Well, let's look at it in terms of creation and destruction, creative energy and destructive energy. We are creative beings, all of us. All of us can create, and we're meant to create something in the world. You can make dinner, that's a creation. You can tidy your house, that's a creation. You can build a house. You can write a nice poem. There's so many things that we can do. You can tend your beautiful garden. You can grow vegetables. These are all creative functions. If we do not use or utilize our creative potential, it can turn in on us. It can turn in the opposite direction. Creative potential is like energy moving upward, right? If that is stopped or interfered with or blocked, it will turn and it will begin to move downward. So creation turns to destruction when it has no outlet for which to grow, to blossom, and to bear fruit. I will take the example of a ghetto or a barrio in a city. Every person has creative potential. Sometimes the most destructive things go on in ghettos, and a lot of people kill each other in ghettos. There's a higher instance of drug abuse, drug addiction, alcohol abuse in ghettos. This is my example. Why is that? That all these people are just dark and negative and destructive people by birth, by nature? They're not. So what happens? If there's no outlet for that creative potential, that each of those persons feel since they were children, it gets blocked and it turns in on itself, and it then becomes destructive in some manner. So it's not only harmful to others, in many cases, it's definitely harmful to themselves. So that's what they mean by if you don't use your creative potential, if you fail to bring forth what is within you, it can destroy you. Or it can simply mean you do not realize your potential during the course of your lifetime. So maybe you should write down what you feel on, take a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle. On the left-hand side, write all the things you think you're good at, or creative, your creativity, or what you would like to do that you haven't done yet in some sort of creative way. Manifest something, achieve something. And then on the right-hand side of the page, next to each of those things that you've mentioned, write to what extent you're doing it. Are you doing it? Yes, no. If you are, what percentage of it have you realized? Have you realized 10%, 50%, 75% of that potential? How can you measure that? It's how you feel inside of yourself. That's what tells you. You know, if you're really good at something, then your potential is going to be much higher, isn't it? And maybe write it down in terms of percentages, how far you've come. Anyway, this is one way I'm suggesting to do this, so you can take the measure of yourself in this regard. So let's all turn any destructive energy that we have in our lives. If it's going down this way, my friends, we can always turn it back up and turn it into creativity and creation once again, right?